Tonight on Red Eye, golfers and bikinis. The ladies of the LPGA are gearing up for a makeover, and I'm gearing up to vomit all over myself. When is sex bad enough to end a relationship? Probably when you're having it with me. Why did these hookers put on a fashion show? The answer is as contagious as their hepatitis. And delightful. Welcome to Red Eye, the #1 show among people who use adjustable beds for the wrong reasons. I'm here now with Tracy Burns, Fox Business Network reporter. She's so cute, teddy bears collect stuffed Tracys. Comedian Bob DiBuono. If hilarity were a pogo stick, I'd bounce up and down on him until I got bored or fell off. Bill Schultz. He hides things in his belly button. And sitting right next to me for the whole hour is Allison Camerata, Fox and Friends' first co-host. And you can see her weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern on the Fox News Channel. If brains and beauty were an inner tube, I'd jump on top of her and ride her down a river.
And then I'd pop.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. It's a fact. It's hard to think of anything sexier than a professional female golfer. Those delectably thick calf muscles, those farmhand haircuts, the hairy forearms riven with ropey veins. But Wilhelmina Modeling Agency wants to go to the next level, putting top golfers in bikinis, gowns, and lingerie to help them land sponsorship deals. The agency has handpicked 7 LPGA pros, including Kim Hall and Anna Graysbian, who we are told at this moment are actually women. Wilhelmina's chairman, Dieter Esch, says, quote, "There was simply not enough pizzazz on the LPGA tour. It's a crime." That it is, Dieter. Tracy, I go to you first because you're the business reporter. Isn't it about time we slutted up the LPGA?
Heck yeah. I left the sport because of the lack of sluttiness, quite frankly. The clothes were terrible. The shorts down to your knees. And you can't wear heels.
Yeah, you can't wear heels.
And there's that.
Well, you know, it's interesting. They dress an awful lot like Bill.
They do, absolutely.
I mean, haircut included, unfortunately.
And the facial hair as well. Hey, but Bob, you have a huge fan base among female golfers. Does it bother you that they have no fashion sense?
First of all, I don't think you know, these women are going to look any sexy. I mean, the sport stinks. It's boring.
Yes.
The sport is not. I don't want to see a woman in a sand trap trying to knock a ball out. It just doesn't turn me on. It doesn't do anything for me. They slut up Greg Norman. Fix the guys first.
That's true. He would be very. He's a sexy golfer, the Shark.
He is.
Yeah. But he's no John Daly. Hey, Tracy, the LPGA hasn't commented on this. Do you think that they approve of this?
You know what? They need help. They need people to watch their sports. They better shorten their shorts and let their hair grow.
They need people to watch the sports. Hello, we lesbians are people, Tracy. How dare you?
I know. Hey, Bob, I got to say this. You say that there's not a lot of attractive people, women in golf, but could you say the same thing about comedy? You're a comedian. How many hot female comedians are there that dress sexily?
None. Everyone. Ugly is funny.
Yes.
You don't want to be too good looking in this business.
That's
you
true.
want to be ugly and offensive.
Yeah, I actually don't like good looking people who are funny. Like, that's why I don't like Dane Cook.
Right, right. He's too pretty.
Dane Cook's attractive?
No, is he funny?
I'm attracted to him.
I don't know. So from fours to whores. Hookers put on a fashion show in Madrid this week. That's actually in Spain. A haggle of harlots walked up and down a makeshift catwalk next to a Catholic church of all places. Is that a woman? The stylish strumpets flaunted their flesh in knee-high boots, hats, nightgowns, and colorful swimsuits, all bedecked in the latest shade of chlamydia. It was to protest plans for developers who were buying up the premises where these women work. By the way, in Spain, prostitution is illegal but tolerated, much like bathing. I kid the Spanish. Hey, Bob, as a consumer of trollops, aren't hookers more interesting than fashion models anyway?
Absolutely, and I think they're more romantic because, like, nothing beats being behind a dumpster while you do it.
Yeah, you know.
Especially said in that tone.
Get in a dumpster.
Nobody wears gold lame.
That's true. That's true. It's great how hookers dress for sex, though. It's like all women should dress like that. It's like at any moment, if you need to have sex, they just go up like that. I think it's somehow more romantic.
I think they do. A couple of the things they were wearing there, I saw Miley Cyrus putting on a couple days ago.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Why did they say,
go, Bob?
Why did they say the shopkeepers were threatened? Like, they had the whole thing because they were threatened they're trying to bring the prostitutes together with the shopkeepers.
Yes.
I wouldn't be. Wouldn't that help your business?
I don't know. But you know what? You know what I'm interested. You know, there's a lot of Tracy, because you're the business person here. There's a lot of free newspapers. Like there's one in New York called the Village Voice, and there's one in L.A. I think it's called the Express, that are just packed with nothing but pages of escort services. How come they're not bothered? How come they're never arrested? How come the Village Voice survives off hooker ads, but no one cares?
Because people need this stuff. Unfortunately, it is human nature. We need people need people. Single white female,
Oh, that's a
single
song.
white male.
It is a song.
Those are just exotic massages, Greg.
Oh, really?
Yes. I mean, unless you have research that I'm not aware of.
The weird thing is, the women are never women when they come to my apartment.
It's also never dirty, though. It's not always dirty. Sometimes you just want to be held.
That is true. They don't have cuddling ads in the Village Voice, because that's really all I want to do. And let's move on, shall we? What should you do if sex sucks? Experts are split on whether bad sex is enough to end a relationship. I feel like I'm on Oprah. Some say if a couple isn't sexually compatible, it'll lead to other problems. Or maybe I'm Dr. Phil. Others believe that you should give it time. They say sex is a skill and that it can get better as trust and commitment between partners grow. Oh, Bob, aren't these people idiots? The fact is, the reason why sex isn't great is because you get bored. Am I right?
Yeah, that's why you got to bring other chicks in the room, and you got to make her watch a lot of like YouPorn or Pornhub or Tube8 or I have the list.
Pen.
That's why strippers are busy.
Yes. Tracy, what's your take on this?
Well, I think it's important. There should be a class in school. Men especially need to learn the geography.
A class in school where you go like this?
Where you learn.
How does this?
I did that.
I mean, it's complimentary that your hands are this big, but you know.
There should be geography lessons. That's all I'm saying.
Allison, once you're married, it shouldn't matter at all. Married people don't have sex.
Oh, contraire. Sex is actually all married people have, because God knows we don't have sparkling conversation or spontaneous dates or adventure. So really, sex is all you're having. And if that's not good in marriage, you're screwed.
Sometimes you got to do it just to shut somebody up.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Bill, some experts say it all depends on how high sex ranks on your list of priorities. So for someone like you who's pretty much given up, bad sex would be just fine, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's that whole stupid pizza analogy, you know, bad pizza and bad sex, they're still good. But the whole thing that they also said that if the guy has bad sex, fear not, because it could be because he has either diabetes, he's suffering from depression, or he has high blood pressure. And I read that and I'm just like, excuse. Not tonight, honey. I'm depressed, have high blood pressure, and I got the diabetes, to quote Wilford Brimley. I'm out of it.
Also, what is bad sex? I mean, what does that mean?
It
you know, like I cried during it. Is that bad?
Bad sex, Bob, is when they steal your wallet afterwards.
Oh, that's happened.
And that can be a weird
This guy Sal did that to me.
Yes, all right. We must move on. These upcoming stories are so inspiring, I almost want to join a charity just so I can mention it at cocktail parties. Are little girls every bit as competitive as boys? Don't ask me. I'm not allowed near either of them.